Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are going to do another high level Smite match, and I was trying to find the champion I was actually interested in. And wow, they changed a little bit about they changed the setup a little bit so that I don't have to fly through everything. I was going to follow Hell, but I can't really find her. Did I just fly over her or what? I don't know. Here we go. Let's just click her. Oh, yeah, well. Hell is going to be changed in one of the next patches. They just released some visuals on her. So, yeah, looking forward to that because she looks kind of strange. But anyway, we are going to probably go mid. We are, however, going to start off for now with the speed buff. Oh, gold into speed. Okay, we're going to start gold then. We are, of course, yeah, this is going to be the speed. We are, of course, more interested in the speed than in the gold. So I don't know if they can do it both, but if they can, they will. So this guy, AutoTuned, is the number 2 in the listing, in the rankings currently. They reset the rankings at some point. Not very recently, but yeah, well, the number 1 player, I forgot who it was, but the number 1 player had 5,000 ranking, and now, yeah, now it's back to 3,000 ranking, so they must have reset it at some point. And we are currently at about 250 matches for the top players, so they the 1 plus lost is basically 250, and that is less than it used to be, which means they reset it at some point. So Gold Fury in the bottom left, yeah, they changed some things and on the GUI here, and as you can see, Gold Fury is displayed over here. The Fire Giant will probably come underneath it. We have 3 Phoenixes over here, and we also have the ability to switch to this view, which is kind of the League of Legends Dota view. So if you like that more, you can switch to that, and obviously we are going to watch Hell, so we are going to just go with that. Yeah, one of my viewers asked me to do 1 versus 1 matches. It's very rare that you can actually find one because the high level players, well, the recordings are only made of high level player versus high level player, and there aren't a whole lot of high level players that actually play Joust, which is the 1 versus 1 match. So yeah, it's going to be a while before I can actually find more of those. But yeah, I do agree with him, it is easier to follow that, so which is why I'm setting this to just the perspective of Hell, so you can learn a little bit about her. Unfortunately, we cannot see the skills or what she uses and things like that. That all has to be implemented still. I'm pretty sure they will do that because, well, every replay system has kind of a similar view to the well, to the real client. So normally you should be able to see pretty much what's going on, and as you can see, going for that 1 and 3, kind of leaving the 2 out of it. The 2 is of course the cleanse and increased damage, but yeah, your increased damage can also be done by just leveling up your skills. The difference between them is that the increased damage spell actually increases the damage of both of your damage spells, whereas upgrading the 1 obviously does not increase the damage you do with your 3. So that being said, it seems logical to go for a little bit of sustain, which is the heal, and a lot of the damage, which is basically the 1. You have 2 heals, you have the 1 and the 3. The 3 is of course an AoE heal. That seems to be the best one to go for normally. But you can also go for the 1 which heals you but not your allies, not your minions. And with the damage buff here, we should be able to do pretty well. So is taking a little bit of damage here from Agni. Agni is of course a really high damage champion. Really a lot of burst damage as well as AoE. rather AoE burst damage. And that is just very hard to deal with. We harassed them out of the lane now, and we're going to right lane. Oh, sorry, left lane. Yeah, we're on the enemy team. Well, no, we're on the red team. You're never on the enemy team. Duh. Anyhow, never mind. Yeah, so I have to kind of reverse the map in my head because the minimap doesn't actually switch with what team you're spectating. The minimap is fixed, and we are currently spectating the red team, which means that yeah, it kind of looks strange, but it looks strange because it is first-person perspective, but then it doesn't give you the first-person map. So it's kind of the normal third-person map with a first-person view, and that doesn't actually make sense to my brain. Obviously, it makes sense to whoever created this, but yeah, well, you can see my problem, I'm assuming. It isn't a very hard thing to comprehend, and yeah, it is basically. Well, you have two different setups here mixed together, which is fine. It's just that it's kind of hard to envision all of this. So apparently leveling up the 3, not the 1. I kind of assumed he would level up the 1, but he is leveling up the 3, which means that... did he get it? Yeah, he did get it. Okay. Which means that you're going to do a lot of AoE damage. You can actually pick up whole minion waves at once now. Here, watch this. There, whole minion wave. And just finish that up with either some basic attacks or on the first minions. Or some one Q with the dark side. And of course the light side has that massive damage as well on a single target. And we currently have our speed boost as well. So both of the boosts or of the buffs on hell now. And that is an excellent combination to have, because now you can actually run in there, do the damage that you need to, and run back out, as well as gank any, well, other lanes. And you can see what we... I normally don't focus on single players, but you can see the thing here is that she's all over the place. She's not just standing in the lane and getting minion wave after minion wave after minion wave. No, she's actually actively trying to find like jungle camps and such that allow her to get additional damage or additional money, and that way it's just easier. By the way, I don't know who's going to win, but for now it looks okay for us. And yeah, we did get a 2 versus 1 score there. Well, no, we made it 2 versus 1 because it was 1 versus 1. Nice gank coming in from 2 champions, and it seems that we are going back. We're going to buy some new items. Started off with Hand of the Gods. Yeah, I noticed that. That's why I was wondering about the camp. So the red camp earlier. I was wondering how she picked that up, but then I realized, oh, Hand of the Gods. So Hand of the Gods allows you the control that you need over contested buffs. So if you have contested buffs, like that red buff earlier where Agni came in and tried to steal it, your Hand of the Gods is going to just increase your damage by so much that you can actually make that work way easier, and you can actually steal buffs way easier, or control them rather. Can't really steal them because the range is not good enough to actually steal it. So Voidstone, Boots of the Magi level 3 already, and Vampiric Shroud, which is just a little bit of magic power, a little bit of health, and yeah, every time you kill something you get 10 health and mana. So that means that every wave you clear with your 3 is going to give you 6 stacks of that, so that's 60 mana. And that is quite significant in, well, just staying in that lane, staying high on health, high on mana, because, well, you're not losing any mana out of that. Nice stun there by Agni, but it's not going to be good enough. They are going to clean this up. Oh, where is he? There he is. No, she missed the Q. Or the, sorry, the 1. This is not a QWER game. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the W is already in your controls. So to move around. And that makes it very hard for some people to learn the keys and to how to move, and because you have to do everything with one hand. Obviously, you can reset those keys, but yeah, it's pretty much impossible to set them to anything better because there isn't a whole lot of choice in that. You can of course set it to whatever you want. But yeah, we are going to get this. This Artemis, oh no, she actually went low, but not low enough to actually get the kill. And are we going to still catch up? Yep, we are going to catch up, and in such that, well, Artemis is there. She was behind us, and obviously with the Hand of the Gods, that is no problem picking that up. Artemis tried to steal it, but did not anticipate the Hand of the Gods because, well, who gets that in mid lane? But yeah, it works out really well. Second buff that she took without having to worry about the stealing. And look at that, they removed the entire top part, and I'm wondering, yeah, I'm going to sorry, go up here. Yeah, we had another kill there. Yeah, they removed the entire top side of the map. You can see that here. I requested that in one of the previous commentaries, and you can see everything that's above a certain amount has been removed, which means that we have much better vision. We also, yeah, well, the trees are the only thing that still stands in our way if we want to have an isometric view, which is this one. So the trees are still in our way, and that kind of makes it hard to focus on our champion. But yeah, it's definitely an improvement, and yeah, I don't know if that's the same on the map. I didn't really notice that yesterday, whether they actually changed it, because these changes are not really noticeable from, well, down below. Hang on. It may also be my settings, because I have everything to medium, so never mind that. In game I have everything to very low, so that's because, well, it's just easier to play with 30 FPS than it is, or with 60 FPS than it is with 10 FPS. And the game does require quite a bit of resources, which is unfortunate because, well, that means that some people, or people with worse computers than mine, cannot really play this game. Obviously, you should set everything to lowest, and a very nice kill there. Yeah, here, this is what 10 FPS looks like, by the way. So yeah, during the recording it is already kind of a problem, but when playing it's even more of a problem. So yeah, currently we're doing okay. We are definitely ahead, 4 to 6. 26k gold versus 22k gold, so yeah, nicely or nice amounts of gold, and another kill goes down, and this should be another kill. Come on, can she land the damage? Yes, she can land the damage. The ones, so that those are the balls, the black and white balls, those are really hard to hit on moving enemies, and obviously enemies are going to do everything they can to just make it harder for you to land things. Very nicely done. Another kill there, because, well, she just hit the minions. The minions are easy to hit, and since it's all AoE damage, well, except for, no, the light side ball is not AoE damage, the dark side ball, so if you're black, then that one is AoE damage. So if you hit a minion next to your champion, minions are easy to hit, but if you hit the minion next to your target, then the full damage will still be transferred to that target. So it's easy enough to hit when there are minions around, with your dark ball at least, and the dark AoE damage, which is your 3, that is easy to hit anyway. And we are of course going to pick up that kill. So yeah, chasing away the enemies, and I'm assuming we're going to do Gold Fury. Oh, Gold Fury is already done. Duh. Don't know who picked it up though. I'm assuming we did, but I don't know. We are going to get a whole bunch of kills here, and I think this is going to be a surrender in a little bit because, well, the enemy team is getting further and further behind. They're already 8 kills behind, which is an insane amount. And let's just assume that they well, that they know what they're doing. Then they also know that there's really no coming back from this. If you're 10 kills behind, which we will which will happen in just a moment, then there's really not a whole lot else that you can do about that. So yeah, I should have probably watched the kills on both teams before I started this match, but I didn't want to spoil myself. I just said, well, let's do a hell game, and that's it. That's all I looked. The champion, which champion he played, and yeah, in this case, it turned out that yeah, we are 9 kills ahead, and it is not a very close game. It's also not a very like super interesting game, but you can definitely see how strong Hell is in a game like this, in a game where she's doing well. And yeah, the heals, Hell in my opinion is still one of the stronger champions, not as strong as I find Ymir. Ymir is really my #1 pick. Although I guess Sobek and Hebo are also very strong. Agni is very strong, but it's just that Hell has the heals to help out her team. So no matter which team composition you go for, Hell has a crap ton of damage. She also has a crap ton of heals for her team. And all in all, that can be very important, and that can be something that you yeah, that you use to your advantage in those team fights. Obviously, it doesn't happen all the time that you can use that, but most of the time you can use that to your advantage. Nice wall from Ymir. They cannot chase that, and Agni is also out of there. They do not want to fight anymore. They're 11 kills behind, so yeah, I can kind of see why not. Yeah, pretty much the entire enemy team is just getting one shot by people by now, and wow, Agni doing a ton of damage there, but cannot actually make it work. The heal does not go off in time, and that means that yeah, the enemy team actually picked up a kill. So yeah, Freya died. Of course, Freya has some pretty well, especially her ultimate gets her out of pretty tight situations normally. But if you don't have that up, it's pretty hard to get out of it. And she did use that because, well, it is on cooldown. So anyhow, we are currently just roaming through the jungle a little bit, trying to do damage where we can, and yeah, picking up whole minion waves here, while taking a little bit of damage from the tower, but it's not too big a deal. So our new item here, Wall of Absolution, gives physical protection. This one gave magical protection, so you can see a little bit of armor magic resist if we convert it to League of Legends terms, which most of you appreciate, I believe. Yeah, if you just get a little bit of defense going, then the rest can be offense. It is still heavily offensive. I mean, it still gives you magical power. It still yeah, it gives you a lot of things to work with, especially this one. It's magical protection, but also magical penetration or reduction. And the surrender vote goes down. I wonder if it's an actual surrender here. Oh my god, just immediately sniping that Ymir. But yeah, you can see that she doesn't really die too easily. She doesn't take a whole lot of damage from things. And it is only due to this little bit of yeah, well, physical and magical protection. It is not a big deal. Yeah, here we go. We are going in for the tower and getting the minions involved, obviously. The heal goes down and this should be an easy tower. There's no way the enemies can stop this, and they're going to 4-man push to the other side. The enemies, yeah, not really able to stop this at all. They are going to try though, but I'm not actually sure if they can even stay alive here. And here we go. It is going to be a lot of damage on... Oh, nicely done. The 2-second invulnerability from that Aegis amulet actually saved her from the Ymir ultimate. Ymir ultimate would have done a great deal of damage. And of course that is not what you want. You want to prevent that damage as much as possible. And she is going to die here. Yep, but it took so long for her to die that they actually... yeah, they almost managed to escape. Unfortunately, Sobek died as well, so the enemy picked up 2 kills there. But I don't think that it is good enough to actually spiral this into anything. Because, yeah, even though Freya is going to take out, or is not, sorry, going to take out that tower. Because, well, she's not really able to. Oh, we have 55 seconds, sorry about that. Let's just go watch someone who's actually alive. He is in the base. Recalling, this is the only one that's actually doing something. So yeah, the respawn time is of course really long, even though she only died the first time. Yeah, the respawn time is of course kind of a problem in this, because you can't watch, well, you can watch other people. She is probably watching someone else do their thing. It's just that we can't see what she's seeing. We actually just follow the champion and not the vision of the player, which is kind of a difference of what we normally see. Normally we see that they make the system, so the replay system, such that you follow the vision of whoever is playing. And in this case, not so much. So in this case they chose to just follow the champion and not give me the vision that, well, when she's dead. So yeah, I think this is just done for the entire game. I'm not actually sure. So yeah, I think the fire giant just has a different look now. And yeah, if you look at how many things they've already changed on this map, it's really incredible. It's it amazes me every time to see how much they invest in just making this game as perfect as possible. Anyway, game already over, and yeah, that was a very quick one because of the scores. Obviously, we're going to see the score screen right now. Yeah, this is not a score screen that actually works because I wasn't playing. So we went 10-1. Yeah, you can see 22-7. This is our team, obviously. This is the enemy team. It's an incredible advantage. 40 assists to 11 assists. Yeah, that kind of shows you how strong they were, and especially the 12k gold with an average of about, or well, most people have about 9k gold, and here most people have about 6.5k gold. So there's your difference. Just a lot more gold on our team. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG. Oh, let me show you the last one as well. There you go. Bye bye.